Grand Rising. Grand Rising, everyone. You know the early worm. Okay, so we're live on YouTube. We're live on Instagram. So let's write that the live on YouTube and Instagram. Um, Grand Rising. Don't trip. This will all be saved. I'm saving this. So, what I wanted to do was I wanted to help you guys better prepare for these upcoming months. We're gonna run down the signs. Obviously, Mondays is the day that things get done the right way. Moon days. So first thing I wanted to show you is this amazing article. I love this website. Her name is Jessica Davison. Okay, she does like journals. She has her own website. It's kind of cool. Writing in the dark. Look at that. So she talks about Saturn and Pisces and its history. Okay, and I wanted to go in there because she kind of gives a lot of like archetypes, like a lot of historical stuff. And I am a Jupiter in Libra. I love me a good historical topics. So, like for instance, she goes all the way back to when Saturn was in Pisces, back when Hitler was doing his thing. Okay, which makes sense because Pisces rules the sign of immigrants and foreigners, and it makes sense that he like organized the Jews into one spot and to like question their citizenship and question everything about them. So this is a great website to see the historical events. And she goes further thorough. Like, actually, people don't know this, but the civil rights movement actually did happen when Saturn was in Pisces. The actual walk with Martin Luther King was happening during Saturn in Pisces, which is very important to notably mention because it wasn't happening in Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius made everybody awaken and it put everybody into this awareness of what's going on around humanity. Meanwhile, when Saturn is in Pisces, we felt the call to action. So I think this is a pretty good article. Oh, sorry if I'm not showing the whole thing, but yeah, I think this is a great website about Saturn and Pisces, the historical events. So I think you guys should go in there and find out and read it. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Another thing is they talk about little just like cultural highlights. It's pretty good. So and it goes all the way back to 1993-96, which is the latest Saturn in Pisces. Of course, you know Kurt Cobain. We lose Selena. We lose Eazy-E. Then we have like a bunch of stuff. A bunch of like different events happen where like people are called into action. That's my word of the day. Call into action. Um, so a lot of people I've noticed during these Saturn and Pisces, they feel the need to like go and live out this ridiculous plan that they live in their own head. Literally, Pisces is the dream-like state that it's funny how they say, I want to believe. So it's what you literally believe in your own brain. Okay. Oh wow, he died right before his Saturn return. This guy, the Barron's Bank collapsed just like now. Like, so we had Silicon Valley Bank collapse back in Saturn and Pisces in 1994, 95. We had Barron's Bank and it collapsed, losing 1.4 billion. It's the same thing. We're literally living the same freaking thing. They started testing nuclear bombs, chemicals, because Pisces rules chemicals. There's also I want you to pay attention because I don't know about last time, but last time there was a mistake missile. Okay, so they thought somebody thought they were gonna get threatened by a missile. I don't know, Russia, and they almost like literally all of them set it off. We also had an attempt assassination, and a lot of presidents, like actually not like two or three presidents that were old died. So I just wanted you to kind of knew that stuff. PlayStation, they kind of go into further. I like this article, so go ahead and read that. Let's get into the other topics of hand, which I want to help you guys. I want to help you guys plan for the future or ahead, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's what astrology is all about. So we're going to talk about some of the topics that's happening. We're going to go sign by sign. The first sign is Aries, but I'm not there yet. I just wanted to go here and show you some of the big elements that are happening. So we're waiting for Pluto to switch. That's going to happen in March 2023. I don't know if you guys have already been seeing it. I've been seeing it. And small events, they're breaking down. Like for instance, I've had power plays because I have Capricorn in my 7th house. So people in my life has Plutonian things happening. So like a lot of them is trying to control a certain situation that's happening, and I'm just like, no, that's not happening. You're not gonna keep doing what you was doing back in 2012, 2013, not no more. So I don't know if you are in power dynamic situations. That's why I made my post yesterday about Pluto aspects. So let's say you have a Pluto in your chart. You want to take a look at these lines that come out of it. So I'm just going to show you again. When you pull up your natal chart, there's a list of aspects that are down here. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Yeah, it is hella early. Yes, ma'am. We got early bird gets the worm. You feel me? And this is all going to be saved on YouTube, by the way. I am also recording it. Thank you very much. So we got a little recording going on here, okay? So what is going on is that I wanted to mention is what is it? Okay, so when you go to pull up your chart, I know a lot of you can't read this. This is new language to you, new symbolism. Down here, they literally break it down line by line. So like if you can't follow these lines up here and you can't really understand them, you pick a planet that you really want to learn about, or you feel that that's what you're feeling. Like for instance, I did a post yesterday about Pluto, because some people are getting these Pluto aspects, contacts, whatever it is, especially if you have a 0 or 29 degrees. So if you have a 29, 28, 0, 1, 2 degrees, literally, you're feeling this right now. It's literally touching you in some angle, in some form. So if you can't tell what form it is, you're going to go down here and they're going to tell you the type of aspects there is. So for instance, if you don't see the planet on this side, there's also another planet on this side over here. And I have the moon sextile Pluto, right? So we got Pluto, one contact. Then we got Venus square Pluto. You may not know what that means, but you know that, well, Pluto is definitely touching my Venus and is definitely touching the moon. That's important. So you want to, it may show you some things like what's Venusian in your life. Are you having power struggles with women, with money? Did you just change something? Somebody, like I said, I'm having power struggles with people in my life that they're trying to do things from the past, and I no longer want that. I'm like, my Capricorn 7th house is like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. It's not happening. I'm shutting that down. If that's what you think is going to go down, then we could shut it down from right now. You feel me? Thank you so much for thinking of me again, but no. But that's what I wanted you to know. Then we have Saturn at 0 degrees. So Saturn is at 0 degrees. These are both critical degrees. These are rough starts, sometimes rough endings, especially if you have the 29 degrees. So I definitely wanted to bring that up in the topic. And I'm also going to mention what are the most important aspects right now. So currently right now, the only aspect that you see sticking out lately is, if you look, is this red one right here. Hang on. Oh, God. I don't know why it's not doing it. Here we go. Hang on, yo. We have Mars at 24 degrees, making this big square to Neptune. So, if you notice, and if you can't follow it, look at each and every one of these degrees. Like, well, that 7 degrees is touching Lilith today. Like, if you notice, look, the moon is in Sagittarius, and it's touching Lilith. So, but we're going to just talk about this one right here. So, we have Neptune at 25 degrees. It's an outer planet. Neptune deals with part of our subconscious mind, subconscious habits still, just like Pluto. So all of these outer planets, there's layers to your mind. This is the deepest dark, like the darkest side of your mind. Meaning when no one sees you, what is the results? And kind of Neptune is kind of like habits. It's hard for you to kind of like put down. Whether it's like cigarette smoking or like cursing or saying the wrong thing, whatever it is, Neptune deals with these habits, okay? So, when Mars squares Neptune, you want to repair something. Mars is the planet of action. Neptune is healing, kind of. It's kind of like Chiron. Where the fuck is Chiron? Chiron is right here. My fault. Okay, so it's kind of like Chiron. It wants to repair something. You want to fight with the feeling, like of overcoming some type of guilt, overcoming some type of action, because Neptune may be like you're trying to overcome something that it might have been blinding to you. Okay, so I just want to keep that in mind. It might, you want to keep your actions as a secret. Whenever Mars is touching Neptune or any planet is next to Neptune, like right now the sun is coming real close to Neptune, and I want to say that A lot of people have this in their chart. Like I have Sun square Neptune, and these are people like deceptions of leaders, miscommunication. It's funny because the other day my boss was being real nice to me, but because I know Sun and Neptune are together, there's some type of deception. There's some type of like, I don't know the entire truth of what's really happening, okay? And that you may feel. So you may be feeling guilty that you have to do something, or people understand your actions the wrong way, or you're oversensitive about something. Not to only mention that Pluto is in 29 degrees, so you can overreact. Those are Pluto contacts, okay? So with Mars, this is literally, what does that mean to you? Your Neptune house and your Gemini house are squaring each other. So that's my 12th house. That's why I'm recording right now. And I felt the need to do it right now. So I just wanted you to know that the lack of desire to work, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling misleading, there might be some type of disorganization around you. You may need to clear up some space. That's what the T is about, especially with 25 degrees. You may need to actually do the work. Inappropriate timing of taking risk. So Mars is about taking a risk. Neptune is you did not see the right time of when to execute this. Okay? So you may not have seen the right situation to this. So I hope that makes sense. Then we're going to have Sun conjoined Neptune. It could give you low energy. So if you're feeling tired, that might be the theme. The closer the 22 degrees gets to that 25, again, you might be feeling a low energy, feeling drained, wanting to run away from work. Like if you don't want to go to work and call out, I totally understand. You may be influenced by outside sources, quickly going down to, like, it's going to be a bunch of conspiracy theories that we've ran into the next couple of days. Okay, so if you feel that way, that is fine. Don't worry. Sun is about to move out of there. So I do want to make sure you know that. Working on projects, spiritual projects, creative projects, advertisement is actually pretty good. So, okay, lack of clarity, it could be a theme. So just and don't fall for the victimhood. Oh my God, I just saw this TikTok about some lady, her taking accountability to the fact that her child no longer talks to her. She actually took the accountability. She's like, when I was raising him, I was a recovering alcoholic. So I understand why he don't want to talk to me. So a lot of people may be acting this victimhood. I hate it. So that's what Pisces season is all about. But I'm also noticing news related. It's funny because I see Justin Bieber kind of falling into that. Even like, I'm glad Selena doesn't fall into that. Like, they're always trying to make you pick a side. I just wanted you to notice things like that. I'm not even going to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. Anyways, let's get into what other things are happening. Hang on. Let's see what else is happening. Anything else? So we have the Sun conjoined Neptune on the 15th. We have Mercury. Mercury's going to come along that transit. So whenever the Sun and Mercury, these are the inner planets. These are the planet of communication, the market. Like, for instance, the market right now, the stock market is very much crashing. Why? Why are banking system crashing? Well, what happens is Saturn shift. Literally, Saturn is in a different sign. Saturn rules structure systems. For instance, like a bank. Money is an illusion. Pisces is the planet of illusions, which is funny because Saturn is coming to clean up that house, because Neptune has been in here. So for those that don't know, Neptune has been in your Pisces house for the last 2012. Saturn is coming to clean up after all of that mess. Okay, so that's why it's becoming aware to us about all of our illusions. So the first illusion that we had to attack is money. And that's why Mercury is in there. Mercury truly rules the markets, any kinds of markets. So if you're trying to get into the market, you're trying to be an entrepreneur, Mercury is a planet that you want to work with. Mercury's transits are important, especially if you're trading, if you're stock trading, if you're selling things online. You got to keep up with the trends and the Kardashians. That's what I call it. You got to keep up with the Kardashians, because Mercury is going to tell you what the trend is for that month, that week, for that market. Okay, so the Saturn going into that zero sign. Then we have Jupiter and Venus conjoined together with Chiron, Mr. Fixer. Chiron is the fixer. It's a Virgo energy. Jupiter and Venus, obviously those are another money planets. These are actually the cash, actual cash. That when these two conjoined, did this happen this weekend? And Chiron came around. Mind you, Chiron and Jupiter are literally together right now. Jupiter rules this entire stellium. So in order for you to understand the entire stellium of, Pisces, you have to kind of look at what Jupiter is going down or doing. So the fact that Jupiter is now conjoined Chiron with Venus in the picture, that already they told us everything that they needed to told us. Literally, they fucked up the cash flow. So apparently we give them our cash, right? The banks sell our cash for bonds to the federal banking. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But then those numbers were messed up. Those numbers were messed up, and now the government does no longer want to bail them out. Okay, so that's literally what's happening if you did not understand what's going on with the banking system. Why is that happening? Again, Saturn is at a rough start. I already showed you this already happened back in '94 with the banks Shire. I forgot the name of that one. Don't worry, we just spoke about it in the beginning of this. Okay, so what else is gonna happen? We're gonna have Mercury conjoined Neptune, foggy thinking, confused information. That's why I wanted to do this video before, because bitch, I got shit going on in my life too. Hello. So a bank sitting on 620 billion unrealized losses. Ooh, sheesh. Which Pisces rules losses. We have lots of them now. Okay, so this is great for hobby, being around water if you can. A lot of people are wanting to get away, to go on the beach. Makes sense. Okay, not being able to deliver promises. When Mercury conjoins the Sun or Neptune, you're not going to be able to deliver promises. Be careful traveling. Especially change the tires of your car. Be careful with the tires in your car. Just things that I want you to pay attention, because Pisces rules the shoe wear, especially for vehicles, and is making a square to Neptune. So Mars. So just wanted to bring that up. Let me see anything else that we're missing. Sun square Mars. No, pretty much everything else we could catch up on next week. Okay, so let's run down these signs and what to work on for the rest of the month. So I'm going to do 2 months. Well, not really. I'm going to do Mars. So what really is going to happen is, I'm going to break that down. Don't worry. I'm going to do it on each sign so you'll be able to see it. Let's start off with Aries. Hang on. Let's move the camera. I wanted to do this the right way. Hang on. Let's stop these. Thank you for being here. Grand Rising. Brush your teeth with me. Aries, we're gonna start off with Aries. If somebody is in the comments, if you can just like catch up somebody else, they're gonna ask you, what sign are we on? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Aries. This is our Aries symbol. The start of our wheel is always gonna be the first house, the body, who we are, the person. So this is the topic at hand right now, Aries. Mars is you, baby. Mars is in your Gemini 3rd house of communications, neighbors, siblings, you executing things at appropriate timing, you getting a job this past transit. So Mars in your 3rd house wanted you to get a job. Thank God. Okay, Mars made you a little bit more verbal lying, if that makes sense. Mars made you more verbally aggressive these last couple months, okay? So with the Sun in your 12th house, besides you feeling more tired, the Sun for you, Aries, right? The Sun is in your 12th house. It's the ruler of your 5th house, of your part of your personality, part of your lovers. Part of your lovers. What was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted because somebody said something. Sorry. Okay. So, excuse me. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. So, the Sun rules your 5th house, and it's part of your personality. Part of the children, if you have children, doesn't fit you, don't let it slide you, right? If you are dating people, this is your 5th house, okay? Being that it went into the 12th house for these last month or so, this last couple of weeks, it might have made you tired, more distracted, watching TV. The 12th house is the house of distraction. So if you're not actively working on something 12th house like, So what are the 12th house energy? Creativity, things that you do with your, like, even research, okay? Working in a hospital, working in jails, okay? 12th house could be working behind the scene, investigative work. Okay. What happens is recently when Saturn moved in here, some role of yours changed. Either some of your bosses just left. Saturn rules your 10th house of career, boss, your public image. Maybe you're laying low. I know an Aries who got into a fight with their neighbor, literally, right? And they had to lay low. They had to be behind the scenes. They had to leave the block, literally. Okay, so don't be surprised that you feel that certain whatever you're doing, depending on you, Aries. Okay, so Saturn also rules your friends. So besides Saturn is the 10th house of your career, Saturn also rules your friends and people outside with strangers, right? You just had an entire 3 years of Saturn in your 11th house. It moved. You felt that shift with your friends, with your goals, with even strangers. I don't know if you're in Aries and you just had a weird interaction with your strangers, or you just changed your goal. Like, for instance, Rihanna kept talking to us about an album, but she pregnant. That ass. Which means she gonna be in the islands pretty soon. She's from an islander. She's an islander. These next 3 years, she might be transitioning her whole entire image. We thought we was getting an album. You thought. We not getting an album, you know? So, rising, I just got a job at a hospital. Okay, Aries, she says she's in Aries rising. She just got a job at a hospital. The tires in my car are actually acting funny. Okay, yes. So you just want to be careful with your tires. We spoke about that in the first half of the video. I am saving this. It's going to be placed there. We started off with Aries. So when you're not doing something positive, excuse me, let me take that back. When you're not fulfilling something about that house. So each and every one of these houses have an area of description. If you're not fulfilling that area of description, you're obviously doing the lower octave of it. I don't want to say low vibration. I want to say the lower octave of it. So let's say you're not doing nothing creative. You're not doing nothing in the jails, hospital, behind the scenes work. You're not doing anything. You're going to be creatively wasting time. I'm just saying. Just want to be honest. You're going to be tired, going to sleep early, watching TVs. Aries is probably the only ones that are going to be able to tell us what all the reality TV shows doing online, because that's what they're going to be doing. They have enough time. They have enough leisure time to do that. So, okay, so that's crazy. I'm in Aries and I'm about to start at a hospital. See, another Aries, she's about to work at a hospital. It's just, it is what it is. That is what the stars are in alignment for. Now that Saturn is in your 12th house, okay? So when the sun is going to move into your first house, Aries. You're going to feel renewed, refreshed. You're going to have your purpose. You're going to have in motion. You know, your child may become your priority, or your child may be going on spring break, the trips. That makes sense. The sun is in Leo. The sun is the Leo 5th house for you children, and it's going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses away. 9 houses away. I'm sorry, I counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses away. So when the sun goes into your first house in April season, right? Aries, let me ask you, because I know you're visual people. I know you are. I know you're visual people. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Surely. They moved the whole damn thing. Okay. Hang on, I know you're visual people. Okay. So when the sun goes into your first house, just like this, right? This is how it's going to look like. Aries, rising, sun, moon. This is for next month. Your child graduating, going on a vacation, okay? You may be feeling more excited about life. You know what you're supposed to be doing. The sun and Jupiter, you're going to be overestimating things, okay? Like I said, Jupiter's in your first house, so you're excited about life. You high on life, for real. Okay, the ruler of your 12th house comes into the first house, the 9th house ruler into the first house. Your status has changed. You may be working alongside your trainers, supervisors, bosses, because Jupiter is in there, right? Your child may go see grandma in April. I don't know. You may send your child to DR. I don't know. You might be one of those parents that can't raise your child. I don't know that. That's your life. Mm. But what is happening though, Mars is going into the fourth house. Mars is in Cancer. It's in its weak state. That's fine. In the fourth house, your emotions become a little bit more disturbed. You get angrier at home. Okay, Mars in the fourth house, you can start cooking from home. Okay, Mars has a couple aspects. It's going to make you want to control your partners. If you and your partner are working on a project, Aries, that is great. And I'm talking about Aries placement, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for Aries placement, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so when Mars goes into Cancer, working on a project with your partner is like a purpose, is your reason. Okay, Mars is gonna make you want to control seventh house things. So any contracts that you've been trying to get executed will probably achieve when Mars goes into Cancer, depending on what moon you have. So let's say your Sun in Aries, but your moon is in another sign, Leo. That's gonna affect your Mars. Okay, different moons will affect so whatever your moon is, right? If that's why I keep telling you, follow the moon. Why you gotta follow the moon? Because one, it'll get you in tune with your gut. So that way you can intuitively know when to act and do things. You don't have to always look at the chart and be like, well, the moon is in Sagittarius. What should I do today? It's my Virgo house. I was gonna get to work. Intuitively, I felt that because I've been following the moon. That's why it's important for you to follow the moon, especially if you have Cancer in your fourth, first, 10th, or 7th house, because that is the only way you're going to be able to really conquer or manifest whatever it is that you're trying to do at home or with your partner or in career or within yourself. Honestly, and you're not even good at making decisions without asking someone else anyways. Hello, that's a fact. So when Mars goes into the fourth house, it kind of makes you a little bit doubtful, a little bit, just because Mars makes you second guess or question things. You're going to be a little bit indecisive. You're going to try to control that about you, Aries. Plus, it's going to makes you really attack how you look. So if you are a Mars in Cancer, and let's say you gained a little weight because you let Jupiter and Aries let you get fat, I don't know, that's on you. This is a perfect time for you to get your stomach right. Or some of you have to do repairs on the home. Like I know another Aries who has to repair their home. Swear to God. Right? And then Mars has a final aspect to your 11th house of friends, your goals. Okay? That's important because let's say these are kind of houses of career, but these are like in-laws. These are not in-laws, excuse me, like people that are married into the family, your elder sibling. So a lot of you have Mars in the third house. You could have been having thick situations or working with friends or working with your siblings on some type of projects. But when Mars comes into the fourth house, it might come to an end. Let's say you was working with a friend, that shit is done. You know? Let's say you was working on some project on the 11th house or your internet. You might need to complete it. You're executing. You're creating a project for the internet with your friends. Or you're trying to execute some type of goal. Okay? Okay. So I hope that makes sense for... Okay, I hope that makes sense. I think everybody should follow the moon. If you have a womb, you should follow the moon. And when I say follow the moon is, like I said, the moon stays in one house for 2 days. So the moon travels 29 degrees. So there's 29 degrees here. Okay? The moon slowly travels through every one of these degrees for 2 whole days. So that means you get 2 days to work upon some type of goal. Whatever that is. So let's say I'm a goal person. I'm a Virgo, so I'm always working on something. My Venus is in Virgo, bitch. So what does that mean? If the moon is transiting in my 7th house, for instance, or my 10th house, like here, I have 2 days to highlight something important for my career or public image. Literally. Like let's say I wanted to change how I look, or I wanted to get my hair done. I got 2 days to get my hair done. I don't know. It could literally be that easy. But let's say you got a lot of shit on your plate. Like, I don't know when am I gonna do this? Well, bitch, you got 2 days. You got 2 days to figure it out. Okay. Also, yes, if you might want to journal, I tell this to people too. I've been saying this. I sound like a broken record. I've been saying this for you guys for the longest. Please write down what happens. I know what happens. You don't, because you haven't tracked it. So I can tell you how that house feels. You probably won't be able to tell me how that house feels. I know how the house feels because I know what the moon does when it goes into the 10th house. To be quite honest. What if the moon is in your 3rd house? So what have you seen that's 3rd house? The 3rd house is social media, your iPhone. What you've been doing in the last 3 days on your iPhone. 3rd house is your neighbors, your cousins, even like your siblings, excuse me. You feel me? 3rd house is the mind. What have you read? Did you communicate what you needed to say? Did you get mail? And so the moon transiting in your 3rd house, you could get an important letter in the mail. Literally. Also, I've also done if you would like to go, you can go to my YouTube and find the rest. Anyways, let's moving on to the next sign. We're gonna go to Taurus. Oh. Alright, so let's moving on to Taurus. Hang on, Taurus. So now we did Aries, and now we're doing, I am not about to do all the houses though. That's a fact. I also have done I've done videos. It's called Follow the Moon series. Oh, fuck. It's called Follow the Moon series on my YouTube. I went through all the houses. I gave you an example. I'm going to do another one of that. Another set of the series. Now that we're in 2023, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to follow the moon around my chart so I can show you how I do it so you could do it on your chart. Okay, so Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Shout out to you, Tauruses. The sun has been in your 11th house. Sun, moon, and rising. Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising. Taurus. Sun, moon, rising. Taurus. The sun rules your emotions, your home. Okay? The sun for you, when the sun moves different signs every month, Taurus, your emotions changes, your dynamics at home changes. This is an internal thing for you. Some people don't know that you're actually very much an emotional person inside. So, I mean, hello? You guys Leo in your 4th house. There's no way you're not emotional, Taurus. We may not see it, but you are. The sun in the 11th house has been there for a couple of weeks, obviously. Saturn just transitioned. Saturn rules your career, public image, how you look, your bosses, okay? To your 9th house, a sense of purpose, who you are. It's part of your personality, okay? So being that your Saturn, or 9th house is also your status. Your status is moving. You're getting recognized. When you have the ruler of your 9th house is in the 11th house, you could win things. People are noticing your hard effort, your hard work, Taurus. You're a hardworking person, right? This is part of your personality. Is kind of changing. Is either more extroverted because it's the 11th house, or you even sound even more smarter, intelligent. You're seeking to be around new sets of friends, new sets of frequency. Your energy switch, your energy frequency has changed, and now you are trying to match people that also match this energy frequency with you, Taurus. I hope that makes sense. Hang on, we're getting a question. No, we don't got any questions. I thought it was a question. Right, so with Saturn entering this 11th house, the sun being in here, a lot of you, what did you get done? A lot of you had to get official things done with your name, whether it was getting a title, promotion, legal paperwork done with the government, or you just got back from a trip. You want to go on a trip with friends. You feel me? The sun, it is actually 6 signs away from you. No, 8 houses away. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that tells me, Taurus, that you how you been transforming your house, whether you packing it up, you're fixing things, right? Whether your child becomes a priority for you. It has. Why? Mercury is the ruler of your children. For some of you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I changed my, yeah, I do. It changed my IG to government name. I changed my IG to my government name. Okay, yeah, the ninth house is your name. Part of your name, part of who you are. The status. The 11th house is your friends, the internet, the world, right? Mercury is the children house. With Mars being in your second house, some of you've been feeling vulnerable with your finances or even your child. Because Mercury coming so close to this whole dynamic with Mars, especially squaring Mars. Lots of you have to worry more about your children. Lots of you are working on how to get your money right. Lots of you have to communicate with family that you don't necessarily want to communicate with. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So what else is another thing? Now Jupiter's in your 12th house. Is the ruler of your 8th, right? Is the ruler of your 11th house with Venus. So it's okay if you feel like sticking to yourself. It's okay if you are on some work. You could be, honestly, it depends on you. If I hopefully you're relaxing, having leisure time, or you're going to the spa, or you know, something. It could be something that you're doing behind the scenes in regards to some type of transformation or family. I don't know if family has moved further away from you, or your mother could have been a priority for you this month, her health, whatever the case may be. For you, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Taurus, this could have been some type of crisis or some type of change or transformation that's happened that you're kind of still dealing with by yourself or behind, whatever the case may be, Taurus. So I just want to, that's the T. When Mars goes into your third house, you're going to feel so much better. Let me show you how that looks. So 1 month from now, it's not really, Mars is about to switch into Cancer anyway. So hang on, let me show you how that looks. So this, I'm still talking about Taurus's Sun, Moon, or Risings. Okay, so Mars is the ruler of partners, contracts that you have to do. Okay, Mars also rules this 12th house energy that you have going on. Mind you, the sun is about to go to your 12th house. So like I said, if you're not doing some 12th house things, your 12th house becomes a distractive house. You start relaxing, spending more money, going out on vacations, going away, because the 12th house, like I said, if it's not jail, hospitals, or creativity or investigative work, it will go into a different realm of distracting. You know what I mean? So being that the sun goes in the 12th house with the 4th house, the ruler going in there, this could mean like this is literally changing your bed sheets, literally changing the home. Like somebody could come to your house, visit your home, or you move away from home. Some of you are moving. Excuse me, sorry. That you're a Taurus. If you're a Taurus and you're moving, please let us know. Some of you guys are moving, right? Creativity made 52 earrings. Sheesh. I have there's another Taurus here, and she's losing her marble. Yeah, your mom could have been a priority. Your mom could still be a priority, especially around, what is this called? April season. For you Tauruses, I want you to pay attention to your mother figures, the elders in your family, because the sun is going into the 12th house. That is your mom. That is your family. Okay? Sun. So if you are thinking about moving, the sun is helping you that. It's helping you with this transition soon. Okay, some of your moms go on a trip. It don't have to be that dramatic. Like she don't have to be in a doctor. But I do want to let you know that. My bad, y'all. What else is another thing? Let's see. Mercury is in your first house at that time. So a lot of you, your child becomes your priority. They do get a lot better. I do want to let you know that. Um, it does. If you have a child that just went through something physically, just know that the solution for it is coming around a month from now. Whether it's surgery, whether you having to go get it checked out, it does make it sense. It makes sense. Uranus will be at a 17 degrees, which is a Leo degree. So yes, that is what's happening for Tauruses. Mars in Cancer is gonna help you move. It's gonna help you get your name done right. So if you have traffic tickets, be careful. This is parking tickets. Just want to let you know that if you be careful where you park your car. Hello, if you get tickets, just want to let you know that. You're gonna be able to. Your mind is gonna open up to new sources of like curiosity. Mars does the best in the third house, anyways. The third house is the house of communications and curiosity, and actually stepping into the market. Which Saturn in your 11th house means a lot of you have ideas. Okay, so a lot of you are giving birth to some idea, some type of project, because Saturn in the 11th house will get you into these mini projects. You're going to be into so many different little projects here and there. It's going to make you dive into that. So yes, I am saving this. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Taurus says, I love you. I'm going to move on. The last aspect is that Mars will be sending an eighth house aspect to your 10th house. So there could be some type of transformation to one, your look, how you look. So a lot of you Tauruses may change the way you look, the way you dress. Makes sense. Venus will be going in there. Also, you can also have endings at your job with the boss or something, because Pluto is coming in there with the eighth house aspect. So it's either you automatically become the boss, or something. Yeah, no, this transit is gonna be there for a while. So I don't even know. I can't even tell you. Hang on, let's find out. We're gonna find out. So how long is going to be the Mars transit? Let's find out. So Mars is gonna be in Cancer for, we got May. It's gonna be all the way there until May. Look, so April, May. And then it'll be Mars and Leo, which I am not looking forward to. Let's see when that happens. Hang on. Okay, so about sometime by the end of May, it should be switching. Okay, so Mars will be in Cancer for about like 2-3 months, literally. So these are long transits. Okay, so this is gonna help you during this timeline to execute some type of 10th house aspect. Okay, some of you get done some paperwork, legal battles, or some of you finally get a job. Mars is trying to help you get a job. Some Tauruses need a motherfucking job or a side hustle. I don't know. I know a Taurus that don't fucking work. I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on. I get it. We're here. We're queer. Let's start off with you, my friend Gemini, Géminis. Hang on. We got to start off with this month that you're actually in now. Hang on. This is the Magic School Bus. I gotta start playing that song. Come, vamonos. Hey, everybody, let's go. Yeah. All right. Grand Rising, for those that are coming in. We are now running through the signs for Mars and Cancer. Okay. So, Gemini, the sun has been in our 10th house. They all eyes on you. Baby, that's a fin act. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you about TikTok. Baby. Okay. Sorry, I just got a little bit excited. Okay, so, okay, Gary. I see you, Gary. Say hi to Gary, everybody. He stopped talking to me. He's a Cancer. It's funny because he's a Mars in Cancer. And he stopped talking to me because I was being mean to him. It's okay. Accountability. He's a Cancer rising, everyone. Gary's in the house. I know he's smiling right now. He's upset that I called him out. But Gary's here. Yay! He's a Mars in Cancer. And me and Gary used to work together. He would beat you up and fix your stuff too. Hi, Gary. Oh, I'm sorry. Your Gemini dial. Let's talk about the Magic School Bus. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. I gotta do the Magic School Bus song. Hang on, yo. I'm sorry, Gemini. This is my 12th house. I get distracted. Gary, say hi to Gary. You see, now he wanna act like shy and shit. He be in here. I know he be in here. Gary, I noticed you, baby. You should have came into your another profile. Okay, hang on. Magic School Bus. Sorry, Magic school. This is my new the theme song. I gotta play. Hang on, yo, with the lyrics. I gotta play my song. I gotta play my song. It's only 1 minute long. Damn. Hey. It can never be. Hey. Sorry. Okay, we was relaxing. We was feeling good, and then that's what happened. Okay. So Gemini, sorry, I got distracted. So that's cool. Okay, Gemini, the sun has been in your 10th house. The sun rules your 3rd house. Okay, so this have been your communication, your mindset. Somebody said that their father was diagnosed with emphysema. I'm pretty sure emphysema is something with the lungs. All right, am I bugging? I'm sorry, I had to play the song. We're gonna play it. I'm gonna play it in little skits every so often. I'm just whip it out and play it. Okay, so Saturn, so the sun, Mercury, it's you. Obviously, Mercury's been in Pisces. It squares you, so it can definitely affect your home, how you feel inside, baby, and your physical self. Like, bitch, I've been sick all motherfucking week. Okay? And K2, one thing that I tell you, K2's in our 6th house, so don't pay attention to your health. I know that sounds insane. Gemini. But do not pay attention to your health problems right now. They're going to go away. I think it's part of the eclipses. The more you pay attention to it, the more it fucking like stays there, I guess. I don't know. But I did get Robitussin though. So we in here, you heard? So, Gemini, the sun has been in your 10th house of your public image career. So they've been watching you. So like, for instance, I've been clocking in on time and out of time. Like, I put the right time. Usually I'd be lying about my time card. Because, bitch, I don't give a fuck about that job. But anyways, lately I've been telling them the motherfucking truth. I was like, bitch, I get here 30 minutes late almost every day. Okay? So y'all better get used to it. So Saturn also rules part of your personality. Have you ever noticed how Geminis, when something happens that is like 8th house, like something very intense can happen and Geminis be calm, cool, collected? That's because Geminis they're the only planet, or Mercury. The Mercury is the only planet that come across the sun, get burnt, and come out alive. They could go into the bottom of Hades, Pluto, the bottom of hell, the depth of hell, okay, and come out of it alive. So that is why if you think you're gonna bring down a Gemini, let me help you stop wasting your time. They don't care. They're trying to understand feelings. They're trying to understand it. So you coming in trying to tell them like, why you don't feel so bad about this? They don't. So I just wanted to, sancochito, that's a fact. You know what? I'm gonna have some sancochito for you today, Miss Ketty. I'm gonna have to give me some of that. That's a fact. No rubber to drink sancochito is natural. Takes the mucus off the lungs. Okay, so I'm gonna go get me some shit. Okay, mullen. Okay, I love this. Okay. Yo, so if anybody did not know, on my Instagram, we got herbalists, we got doctors in my shit. You heard? The Instagram is lit. I got real motherfucking doctors. Anyways, so the sun is the ruler of your 3rd. Your mind has been thinking about a bigger goal. Like, I don't know about y'all, but reality's kicked in. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm thinking about shit. Should I buy my own death? Sorry, I don't even want to go there. So many things have happened to my life. I was like, you know what? I should probably invest into my own cemetery thing, the plot. I don't know what it's called. So I just wanted you to know that the sun being here has made you speak up your mind more, which is great. Saturn is the ruler of your ninth house. 8th house is going into the 10th house. That's awesome, Gemini, because we can't help it no more. We stop. This is what, whenever you got transits in the Saturn, like Saturn, Mercury, Sun, and Neptune like this in your 10th house, you can't sugarcoat things. They on you, they watching you. You might as well come. The more Saturn and Libra you are, the more you tell the truth about the situation, the more freeing you are of it. The more you wash your hands from this. So this could be with your siblings. This could be from your mom. A lot of Geminis are going through situations in their family that they have to kind of take control of, whether your mom, whether it's the home, whether it's your physical self. What else is another thing? Like a lot of, like, for instance, I have to travel. Like it's funny because I have an uncle who wants me to move my stuff out of his house. So I was like, bet I gotta go to over there. I gotta go all the way to the Carajo land, okay, to go get my shit out of a storage. So if not, I might lose the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is part of like the priorities of the pressure that you may be feeling. You may be feeling like I have a lot of things to do, but then other things are being piled up on me. So that's literally what's going on. Saturn is other people piling up stuff onto you, Gemini. I don't know how you're going to do it. Figure the bitch out, bitch. But it is what it is, okay? Let me show you what happens. Venus, Jupiter, what is that going to be? Venus and Jupiter. If you're dating people, if you are a Gemini and you're dating people, you are like hilarious to me. I think you're hilarious. I think so. I honestly think so. I'm sorry. A lot of you may be ending a relationship. So I do want to, let me burst that bubble. I do want to start off there. When Jupiter goes into your 12th house, if you are in a relationship, bada bing, bada boom, is done. Finito. Okay? So prepare for that. Now, it's not going to happen anytime soon because that happens in May. But the reason why I'm bringing that up, let me show you why. It's moving on. 1 month from now. Hang on. We're going to go backwards. Okay, so you see when the sun goes into your 11th house, 1 month from now, Mars is going to go into your 2nd house. So, see, the difference is Mars is the ruler of your 6th going into your 2nd. And Mars is the ruler of your 11th going into the 2nd. That's actually really good. Most people feel vulnerability here, but not you, Gemini. You don't feel anything. I'm sorry. You, my friend, you could accumulate more money. Now, this is also, like I said, this is a vulnerable spot, but you don't act like it is, Gemini. So I do want you to be careful, though, how you feel about yourself, your self-worth, your self-confidence. It could be a little bit shut down, especially for some people that are dating. If you're dating people and you're a Gemini, I feel for you. Oh, hang on, yo. Okay, hang on. They was trying to kick us off on Instagram. Okay, so the ruler of your 3rd house is going to be in the 11th house. This is really good if you are doing online work. Okay, so if you're doing social media, the internet, working with an elder sibling, working on some projects with family members, okay, this is great for that. Because Sun is the 3rd house. Jupiter is your contract house. Those are ruled by fire energy for you, Gemini. So honestly, you are one of the people that are going to truly enjoy Jupiter and Gemini. So while Jupiter's in Gemini, honestly, I want you to use it for money. Okay? Aries, Gemini, I want you to use Jupiter and Aries for money. I want you to use it for your internet stuff if you got that going on. Paying attention to your elders. Honestly, it's a lot of pressure for you. You already know. I already told you the shit on the other thing. You already know. When Mars goes here, though, it's going to have a 7th house aspect to your 8th house. Like I said, this is kind of vulnerable. This could be you getting procedures. This could be you or your child. This could be you having interaction with your in-laws. Like if you are in a relationship with somebody, this is your in-laws. It's okay. If you are in a relationship, your partner could get sick when Jupiter goes into Taurus. So I want you to pay attention to your stupid ass. Okay. So then let's see. Saturn. Oh, that's what me talking. That's what I get for talking shit. Bitch, they've been trying to take me down for the longest, y'all. Sorry, I can't edit that out of the video. Something I could do, okay? Maybe. What is this, 11 minutes? I'll probably edit it out the video. Okay. Wow. All right, so what the fuck is going on? What did I do? Did I do something right now? I'm sorry. God, was I talking shit? Wait. The sun is at 20 degrees. Okay. I mean, the rising sign is at 20 degrees, and the moon is at 3 degrees. Okay. I just wanted to know what the hell's going on. Okay. So, what the, I don't know, what did I just say that made me cough? Anyways. But yes, when the sun and Jupiter are going into your 11th house, use this for money. When the Jupiter goes into your 12th house, it could be sickness, ending of relationships. I don't know. Okay. Mars has a final aspect to your ninth house. So some of you have to handle your money. A lot of you have to sign up for something like, I don't know if you have to change your banking system. Oh, yeah, Gemini. Okay, let's talk about that. That's a fact. I know a lot of people are scared about what's going on with the banking system. I am not a financial analyst, so don't listen to me. And then go listening to me and then you get mad, okay? But I'm going to tell you the truth. Gemini, you need to change your banking situation. That's a fact. And so do you, Taurus. Whenever you have transits in your second house, eighth house, something's happening to your banking situation. I changed my bank. Okay, you need to, yeah, I'm going to need you guys to, when you have transits like that going on, I'm going to need you guys to do some type of changes to your bank. Also, I am not a banking person. I am not a freaking analyst. I can't do both, bitch. All I do is astrology. But I know that for a fact. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing with my money. Okay? You can do whatever the fuck you want with your money. I'm doing what I want with my money. I'm putting my money on brokerage accounts. Gemini, you need to change your banking. You are next. I don't know what that means for you, Gemini. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna be. Ooh. Hang on now. What the fuck? Oh, hang on, y'all. I fucked up. I disconnected the Wi-Fi. Moving around like a damn animal. Okay, y'all. So if you are a Gemini, please. It kept skipping. My bad. My bad. Sorry, I just disconnected the Wi-Fi because I don't know how to act. Okay. Okay, sorry. If you are a Gemini, please understand to change your banking. I told you once. I am telling you twice. Gemini, please change your banking account. Okay. What I'm doing for myself, for those that don't know, most of my money sits at the brokerage account. It doesn't mean it goes into the stock market. It just sits in there because I don't trust any of the banks, okay? I don't trust Chase. I don't trust PayPal. I don't trust any of them. I don't even know what Cash App is next to, but apparently they get into them too. So the best way I can explain it is I like to let my money sit in the brokerage account. Like if you have Robinhood or you have Ameritrade, or like bank in general, or just take it out. I don't know what it means because I'm not there yet. But all I know is when Mars goes into the second house, there's some type of vulnerability when it comes to your money. So I want you to pay attention. It already happened to Taurus placements. Somebody says Coinbase. I don't trust Coinbase. Sorry, y'all. My Wi-Fi is trying to connect. Sorry. Anyways, we're making this video longer than it has to be, but I do. That's the T. Mars is gonna help you with something in the ninth house, something with your name on it, something I don't want to say legal, but it could be legal, or some type of executing of a paperwork somehow. This could be like arguments with family, so be careful. Mars in the second house can bring arguments with the family. Duh. So just do it. Keep that in the back of your brains. Okay, so if I was a Gemini, I'd be working on getting money, basically. That's the T. It keeps skipping. When does Mars goes into Cancer? In about a week. A lot of folks is gonna lose their money, especially Chase or Bank of America. Yeah, I don't trust any of that. I don't know. I have to go look at Sagittarius is pretty soon. I'm gonna go look at what Sagittarius is coming up. But that's what I see for Gemini. Okay. Yes. So for instance, like Taurus has just had that. So Taurus has had Mars in their second house for like the longest. Taurus rules finances and money, and look how the money has changed. Literally, the banking system is Taurus energy because they hold the actual money. So banks were vulnerable while Mars is in Gemini in their second house. So this could cause you arguments with family. Okay, let's moving on. Love ya. You kind of get the point. Wells Fargo is worse. Their financial structure, but like SV was. Oof. God, thank you for saying that. Okay, so Wells Fargo. So like I said, lastly but not leastly, that's funny, right? All right, we're gonna move on to the next sign. We're gonna go to Cancer now, cause that one I was on there for kind of a long time. What time is it? 9:46. Oh, I gotta go. We have to do these faster. Okay, Mars is in Cancer. Let's hang on. Gotta go faster. Gotta go faster, y'all. We gotta go faster. We gotta go. We gotta be done by something. Wells had problems this weekend past. Oof, thank you. Who the hell is Wells Fargo attached to? I think PayPal. Honestly, I think PayPal. If I'm not mistaken, PayPal is connected to Wells Fargo. So if you are using PayPal, my PayPal, you may want to get your pay out of there, pal. I'm sorry. That's kind of funny. I was trying to be funny. Okay. So it's just when Mars goes into the second house or any planet. Mars mainly. I am saving this on the YouTube. So is it just when Mars is mainly. You can also planets in the second house. Even if they're rough planets, they might not be that great either. So it makes you vulnerable. This is the second house. This usually when you have planets in the second house like this, you get surgeries. You feel a little vulnerable. I don't give a fuck. I can tell you the truth. Okay, so where were we? Cancer. Let's do it. The sun has been in our ninth house. You've been feeling a lot better. The sun rules our second house of money and confidence. You're another person that's been. I don't necessarily think you gotta change. You're intuitive. Well, you got Saturn in the eighth house. If Saturn rules your eighth house, you may need to change your banking. If Saturn rules your eighth house or second house, check on your banks. See if they're affiliated and who are they affiliated with. If you have Saturn ruling your money houses, check on them. Okay? Yes, so when you have planets transiting in your second, even eighth house, you will be having surgeries or feel vulnerable. You can hurt yourself, literally injuries. So be careful, okay? So Mars has been in our 12th house getting on my last nerves. So just want to let you know that. I done changed all the bosses. Literally, all I had to do was wait till all my bosses leave. All of them left, so I don't have any more problems. I could do right back to doing nothing. So literally, so it don't matter. Anyways, the sun is the ruler of our second house. You may have changed your finances. Like for instance, some of you are doing LLCs. Some of you are getting money from school. I don't know if that makes sense. Excuse me. Saturn rules our seventh house and eighth house going into the ninth house. It just stationed there, my friend. And you have been, I want to say you and your partners had to have conversations. So Cancer placements these last couple months had to talk to their partners and get them prepared from some type of crisis or for them to understand the priorities right now. I don't know if you and your partner may be seeing some of, I don't know if it's Cancer. I'm trying to figure out. With Pluto coming in our seventh house, your partners and you may not be seeing eye to eye or may not have the same value systems or people. Some people don't value the same shit that you do, Cancer. That's what's been happening to me. So some people be like, oh yeah, Shirley, you could just stop what you're doing and come hang out with me. No, bitch, my job and my life is more important, if not more important than you. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I would, these are those power struggles. I just wanted to let you know that. What else? Mars is going to go into, let's see, I'm going to go 1 month. If we go 1 month, this is how it's going to look. I just want to show you because I know how you are all visual people. Okay, so Mars is gonna come into our first house. It's in Cancer. It's gonna trine Saturn up here in this ninth house for you. Actually, we do fine. This is really good, especially if you're trying to achieve a goal. If you're trying to get some shit done, okay. Whether it's trying to, like for you, a lot of you are trying to move, or you're looking to move, right? And you're applying to places, or you're talking to landlord leases. This might be those execution times. I don't know if that makes sense. Mars rules our 10th house, okay? Mars also rules this Jupiter and Sun for the year because they're obviously Jupiter's in Aries. Jupiter rules your 6th house. So, what does that mean? Some of you have bills or job assignments that are new that you have to kind of do or execute. When Mars goes into Cancer, you will have some type of ending in regarding. I want to say when Mars is in your first house, you don't really give a fuck about what other people are thinking about. So I like that for you, Cancer. You may not. You need to stop thinking about other people when Mars is in Cancer or Mars is in your first house. Stop thinking about other people and do execute for yourself. If that makes sense. So, somebody says. So shout out to Divine Lilith. She gave me. I'm waiting on you, Divine Lilith. You're supposed to send me a PayPal. So Divine Lilith, she did extracurricular activity work for me. Shout out to you, my friend. Hello. And she did the heavy lifting, right? Which I have a plan, my moon and Gemini in my head. It's all in my head though. I'm going to help you guys figure out where to move. So there's a way to move. I haven't moved, so I can't tell you, right? There's going to be a way for you to move to, depending on how your chart's set up. You know how people use astrocartography? Some people be like, damn, should I use, should I live in my Jupiter line? No. You want to take a look at your chart, and you want to take a look at the second house ruler. So if you're moving, so you want to make more money, I would move wherever my second house ruler is. So for instance, for me, my second house ruler is Leo, which the sun is the ruler. So I would look at the sun line. So if you're a Cancer, look for the sun line. So you figure out wherever you move, you're going to be making more money. Okay, so Cancers, you're going to not pay attention to other people. You're going to get rid of some type of debt, some type of expense, I want to say, because Mars is going to help you execute that. So shout out to that. Also, you can lose weight. Shout out to us. Hello. So you're going to see me working out. That's a fact. When the sun goes into Aries, I like this for you. I don't think you're going to get no money increase, but there might be some changes in the family, like some type of routine that you got going on with the family is going to be changing. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Cancer placements. We're going to move on. Okay. Cancer, for those that are coming in, we're moving on to Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Hang on. All right. 1 hour. Okay, so Leo, let's talk about it. So this month, all the planets are actually in your 8th house because it's actually Pisces season, and I know you are visual people, so I'm going to do that for you. That way you can be able to see the thing. So for instance, Leo placement, sun, moon, and rising Leo. The sun is in your 8th house. Your attitude is changing. You're looking at everybody around you differently. Saturn rules your people around you, your partners, intimate relationships, right? Even your friends are in the mix right now because they're making a square from this. It's funny because Selena's going through this. So she's having a body change or some type of personality morphing, or she's depressed because the 8th house can make you depressed. So just want to let you know you're feeling a little dark. I understand. Mercury is in here. The ruler of your confidence is in here. But you got stuff going on for you, some of you Leos, so there might be some things that are actually in play for you that you should actually work up on. Investing your money into yourself or during this time would be better. You need to be at work on time. They're also watching you. That's a fact. Saturn is in the 8th house. Trust me, I just had 3 years transit of Saturn in the 8th house. So this is telling me you need to save money, one. Right now, you need to make sure. I don't know if you know those people that let their bank account go negative. I wouldn't let my bank account go negative right now if I were you, Leo. Right? So, with the sun, who you are, Leo, in the eighth house, with Mercury, if it's not your money changing, it's your confidence that's changing. This is great. This is a whole perspective change. The eighth house is a psychological house. You may need that. Use a crazy ass. That's why a lot of Leos are talking about surgery. Hello, Black China, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When Mars goes in, now let's look at when Mars goes into Cancer in your 12th house. I am so happy it's not in my 12th house, okay? Sorry, Leo. I bitch need a break, okay? So, when Mars goes in your 12th house, Mars is the ruler of your ninth house, of your name. It's part of who you are in your identity. Because the sun is described as our identity, not our identity, as our soul, right? As our personality. But in order to really read a Leo's personality, you got to find what their Jupiter is doing and what their Mars is doing. Because the sun is expressive ways come from how happy he is, jolly, or how assertive he is. Remember, the sun only expresses two notions. The joyness, or how, if it's, sun is supposed to be happy. And it's Mars, how it executes. So, when Mars goes into the 12th house, if it's not a status change or a name change, you're changing it, you're losing it, you're getting rid of it. Mars in the 12th house obviously makes you sleepy. Bitch, I can tell you that because I've been sleeping like nonstop and now I'm up early. I don't know. So I just want to let you know that Mars in here is also the ruler of your 4th house. So some of you are moving, right? Mars is the ruler of your 4th house. You're moving. Some of your parents may be going to the doctor more. Yes, some of you, the 9th house is legal or legal situations or your supervisors. And is going into the 12th house, is you're getting rid of it, they're leaving, you may be stepping down, you may be taking time off from work, more leisure time, because Mars in the 12th, somebody says she's getting divorced. So Leo, there's going to be more time for you to have leisure time. Some of you may need to be fixing the crib, if that makes sense. Some of you are leaving your house. Some of you need to clean the toilet, bathroom. Shout out to that. Hello. Some of you are helping. You have other people's problems slowly coming towards you. That's actually awesome, Leo. I would like to see how you deal with other people going through Leo things. I need to see that. I really do. I swear to God. If you're a Leo out there, has everybody been complaining to you about their life? I know that's new for you. You're usually the one that does it. So if you're a Leo out there, has other people come with their drama to your plate? Or does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you, Leo. You know what I'm saying, Mabels. I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't know. How is that going for you? How do you deal with other people telling you their problems? I know it's not what you usually are dealing with. No, it's okay. Listen, this is a safe space. I don't make fun of you. It's we all make fun of you. Everyone. I know, Leo. I know. Other people. I know. Did you realize there was other people on Earth? I'm sorry. Is that your... Well, Leos, that's what's going to happen. When Saturn goes into the 8th house, you're going to realize that Earth also has other people. I know that's new for you. I know. But that's it. Okay. So I just wanted to know, how's that going on for you if you're a Leo? Thank you for that moment in time. Shout out to that. Mars in Cancer will, though... it will have an 8th aspect to your 8th house. So you will be ending a contract. You will stop talking to somebody, some 7th house person. Either a relationship, a boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know if you had a contract with your insurance company. That's done. It's over. I don't know. I know. Listen, Leo, this is a safe space. You can let us know. We won't judge you. Later on I will, but not now. Never down now. Okay, let's go to Virgo. Virgo. And I know you're a visual learners. So we're gonna have to put the visual. Let's get the visual aid going. Hey, I'm about to put some salsa on. Going to her about their drama. I'm just saying. I don't know if you've noticed that other people are on Earth. I know that's hard for you to believe. Other people, yeah. We're here. If you didn't know that. Oh wait, we got to all the placements. I don't know. Does it? Does it? It doesn't. I mean, it's only up to you, Stir. I'm sorry, damn, Steph. You the one that's getting read. Does it apply or you let it slide? I'm like, no, she is totally wrong. She doesn't make any sense. You could do that. What you know what I've noticed? I noticed that a lot of people come to me and says, I don't know if that they tell me like which I love by the way. Oh, I don't think that resonates with me or I don't think that's gonna work out for me. And then I end up being right like a couple months later, which that's the problem that they like. They don't like that I'm right a couple months later, but that's okay. So if it doesn't apply to you, you should let them know, especially to the ones that have really big pages, those ones with the really big followers. You should definitely hit them up like, hey, this doesn't resonate with me, because I'm saying, anyways, yeah. So if it doesn't slide or apply, you know. Keep going. Okay, so Virgo. I'm just saying. I really, honestly, it's beyond me. Virgo. Let's keep going. So everything's been in your seventh house, Virgo. You're in love, maybe. I don't know. Some of you are in love. Are you in love? Are you in love, Virgo? Are you in Virgo's love language? Virgo. Virgo, are you in love? No. Okay. If you're not in love, Virgo, this is great time for you to get your business settled in, kid. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Whether it's for you to apply to new jobs or apply to make your shit official tissue. Some of you want to start taking a class, I think, maybe, perhaps. No, listen, no, I'm a Virgo. Okay. No, that's not you, Steph. By the way, Steph, I am not picking on you, Virgo. I am not picking on you, Steph. I just wanted to use you as an example. Open. Oh. Okay, hang on. Pause. We need a pause. We need a session to pause. Okay, hang on. We need to pause. We need to pause. Okay, we're back. Damn, I gotta catch this. No, I miss. Okay, yeah. If you want to catch this up, this will be on the tube. Okay, Tama, open yo. Do you want a job? I'm just saying, Virgo. There's a lot of things that you've been trying to decide on what to do. Sorry that I had to take a pause. No. I'm so sorry, Steph. No, it's not you. I just get it. When people bring that comment up, it just reminds me how there's pages with 500,000, 100,000. And I'm just like, they're so whack. And I'm just like, why are you guys not asking these people to do something? Anyways, so you have to make a decision. When you have planets like this, an entire stellium in the seventh house, you have to make decisions. You have to affirm something, whether it's your job or whether what you want to do, what you're passionate about, whether you're not in love. You know, some of us are not in love. I'm a Virgo. So this might be that time to figure out, what do you want? What do you want for me? Hang on, let's see. Now we're going to go 1 month from now when Mars goes into Cancer. Okay. Wait, I know you're visual people. I know how that goes for you. Hang on. So this is how it's going to look. So when Mars goes into Cancer in your 11th house, this could be pretty good for you sometimes. For you to finish a goal, for you to say what you need to say. Like, let's say if you're working online, this is also good for you to maybe work with another person. So the Sun and Jupiter is in your 8th house. So this could be money coming from a different source. I'm not too sure where to where it's coming from, Virgo, but this is a good for you to increase your money. Hopefully, I was selling this to Leos, but I don't know. I don't think they listen. Leos, if you have Mars in your 11th house these last couple months, did you make some money? If you're a Leo in here, if still, because I know how you guys are. As soon as your sign is done, you're gone. So, Leo, if you're still in here, can you tell me in the last couple months, did you make some money up? Did you get some money? Hopefully. Mars was in your 11th house. Maybe you was running that back. If you was doing the right alignment. Honestly, if I had Mars in my 11th house for the next couple months, I would be making my internet pop. I would be trying to make money from other people somehow. Or I would try to get rid of some type of debt. This is good for you to getting rid of it. Why? Because the 8th aspect to this Mars transit will be your 6th house. So this is another debt or bill house. Just like it, you'll get it. You'll execute this. You'll get this done. Okay? Some of you might actually leave or change your work schedule. You needed to get that in alignment. Somehow, your work stuff made and spend it. My Leo friend did, got her lawsuit. The other one got a higher paying job. Yeah. My boyfriend is a Virgo. Recently got a settlement check. Okay, good. So, yeah, I gained 2 jobs with Mars in the 11th house. Yeah, so when Mars is in your 11th house, you could run up that bag. So, I fuck with it. You hear me? Hey, shout out to y'all. Okay. Sorry, just wanted to let y'all know. Okay, up next, we're going to the next signs. We're in Virgo. Sorry, Virgo, we're not going to keep doing this for y'all. Okay. Okay, my Virgo partner, he's making side money with eBay and it's been good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, Virgos is getting money from some type of other flow that they're not used to, which is coming from a different source. So that makes sense. Okay. Good job, Lee. Okay, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Okay, so Libra, you guys are more of the smarter branch, so hopefully you can catch up. So we have an entire stellium in our 6th house. If you're not sick, or overwhelmed with a bunch of shit to do on your daily routine. Thank you, my son. Shout out to you, Mercedes. Okay, so we just did Virgo. Now we're doing Libra. So Libra, the sun has been in our 6th house, whether you're not sick or whatever, or you've been have a lot of things to do in your daily routine, including with the children. I don't know if some of you Libras have a child that needs to go to the doctor. Some of you Libras now have more bills. Shout out to that. Some of us have house bills to get into. For real. So, what else? And then with Mars being into... Now, the sun going into your 7th house, you have to make a decision, which is fine, Libra. You can do that. With Jupiter being in here, I would say go where you are either working on it with yourself, with your hands. Go with your projects that you like. Okay, so if you're a Libra, I would go to the projects that you actually like to do, like social media, or maybe some of you have driving jobs. I don't know if you've been trying to do a side hustle. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Mars is gonna be in your 10th house. When Mars is in our 10th house, who the fuck had that? The Mars in the 10th house can clash with the bosses or people that are above you or ahead of you. Libra moon, I'm currently sick. Yeah, I'm sick too, baby. So what I'm seeing is when Mars goes into your 10th house, I do want you to pay attention to your children. They might get on your nerves, so be careful yelling at the children, yelling at your boyfriend, lovers. There's some projects that you have to kind of walk away from. Is an 8th house. This is an ending. So Mars and Cancer is bringing an end to whatever's going on to your 5th house somehow, okay? So this entire transit, again, it could clash you with bosses. This can also change how you look. Mars is the ruler of your 2nd house, so you may actually dress differently. Your money may actually come in. You can also make more money. In this case, somehow, yeah, I think you should. You should be able to make more money right now, especially when Mars goes in there, okay? So we're going to go into, what else another thing that I want to say? When the sun goes into here, Just, I think maybe your friend, I don't know if it's a friend or you and your partner. Your partner has a lot of ideas and it might involve like other people. So I don't know. That might be the theme of the year for you. Dealing with other people, dealing with, yeah, Libra, you might be dealing with other people or lawsuits or getting some type of contract done with Jupiter in here. Yeah, or you may meet someone new. So I don't know if that makes sense, Libra. Do you have a new friend? Let me know. Do you have a new friend, Libra? Libra. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Thank you. All right, Scorpio. Whoa, 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 whoa. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, so Scorpio, the suns have been in your fifth house. So this has past month, the sun has been in your fifth house. If it's not your child, or you're having more fun, or you're going out and about. I don't know if you, some Scorpios are out traveling. At the new people ATM. So no new friends. But remember, what I'm reading is for upcoming transit. Okay, so if you haven't met these people or you haven't seen what I'm talking about yet, just wait till Mars goes into Cancer. Mars doesn't go into Cancer till the end of this month. Okay, so thank you. Shout out to that. Wait till the transit. I'm talking about Mars transit. It hasn't happened yet. You haven't lived it yet, my friend. You haven't lived it yet. You can make more money with that Mars in the 10th house because it's going to try in your second house. But we're not going to go there. Anyways, Mars rules you, Scorpiano, and your 6th house. And so two things are happening. You either very much focus on your own child, Scorpio, or you are focused on getting your projects done, or you're focused on something that you actually want to fucking do, okay? While Mars is, you're still researching, you're still figuring it out. I don't know if a lot of you, when Mars was in your 8th house, you had to go to the doctor, you had to go get something looked at, whatever the case may be. But I do want you to know that Mars going into your 9th house, you like this. You actually like this Cancer transit. Mars Cancer transits do you really good, Scorpio, because it helps you put your name out there. You become a supervisor. You could get a status change. But I do want you to know you may have to go to the doctor because Mars rules your 6th house and is coming into the 9th house. It is going to square you. Some of you have to go to the doctor. Scorpio rising, 6.5 months pregnant. Okay. Scorpio rising. She's having a baby. Okay. Yeah, so hang on, we're recording in the other one too. Yes, we are. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I just gotta get adjusted. So, if you have to go to, I think you should go to the doctor. If you have to be on top of, you will find solutions to your problems. You may need to listen to the guidance of someone else. Listen to the advice of someone else. Cook at home more. So this transiting is happening at the end of the month, March 23rd. He's a Scorpio rising. I told him that before we get into him, he has to get an STD check. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you, Mabel. Okay. Okay, bro. You good job. Thank you. Thank you so much for clarifying that for us, Mabel. If you didn't know, Mabel is a Virgo. And in order for you to touch her cootie cat, you have to go to the doctor. So, yes, this is the tea. You may have to go to the doctor. Some of you have to. Some of you have to get onto a new work schedule. No, I'm just saying because she's hilarious, yo. What a guy. Okay. So okay, Mars has an last aspect to the 8th house, so there might be some complete changes to the house, or endings, or people in your family leave or come, or something happens in your house that's been getting on your nerves. It's finally done with this. I am gonna post this. This is gonna be on YouTube. Okay. Okay. Let's see. This is gonna be on the YouTube. I think Scorpio, I don't really have not much to say with you, but just stop arguing with people. Don't argue with people. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's really what I'm getting from y'all. And bills. And stay on top of your bills. There's nothing else I can tell you. It's boring. When all of your planets are happening, no lie, when all of your planets are happening in your 6th, 5th, and 7th house, it's pretty boring stuff. It's a literally mundane astrology. Like, it's just like you getting on top of your bills, other people's health stuff, okay? Pretty much. Nothing's pretty freaking boring. Okay? So, nothing to see here. Same thing. Sagittarius, Mars is going to go into your 8th house. You may feel a little vulnerability. Okay? Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to listen to something. Mars is the ruler of your 12th house of bed pleasures and 5th house of lovers. So that means that some Sag, you're not moving. I don't think you're moving, but are you rearranging the house? I feel like some Sagittarius might rearrange the house. Who has this? Okay, Scorpio. If you're a Scorpio, did you just rearrange your whole house while Mars was in Gemini? So Mars has been in Gemini in your 8th house for like since August. Scorpio. So a lot of you must have rearranged the way your house look or something. So yeah, the same thing's gonna happen for you, Sag. You gotta rearrange your bedding, your sleeping situation. Some of you have to. It's gonna have an 8th aspect to your 3rd house. You may stop talking to certain people. I changed my living room set a few days ago. Good shit. Okay. Yeah. So some of you, Sag, you may just stop talking to people. You may need to stop talking to some people, maybe because what 3rd house is gonna make you stop communicating with certain people. I moved and rearranged it. Okay, moved and rearranged it. Okay, yeah. So same thing's gonna happen for you, Sag. It's a whole cleaning thing. You heard? You're gonna have to rearrange your whole house, clean the bathroom or something dirty. Do something. Okay, Sag. Thank you so much. What else is another thing? The sun is going to be in your 5th house. You're going to feel more excited. The sun rules your 9th house. Yeah. Right now, you may be a little introverted or to yourself, but when the sun goes into Aries, you'll feel better. What type of people do you need to stop talking to? Well, I don't know. Me? I wish I could listen. I wish I could tell you. Can't right now. Can't tell you who I wish I could. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn, boom, 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 boom. Capricorn, you're gonna be telling your partners all your feelings, for some reason. Now we have to go by faster because life. We gotta go. Anyways, we've been here long talking shit all day, but this is how I make these lives. I have to save this for them later. They let you know themselves. You're gonna know who that is. You're gonna stop talking. What type of people? Yeah, you're gonna know. You're gonna know who you're gonna stop talking to. Anyways, Capricorn, you may be telling your partner more feelings. You may be applying the pressure to your partner. You and your partner and your friends go out places, I'm assuming. Mars has an 8th aspect to your 2nd house. Okay. Which means you may have to stop spending money somewhere. Stop eating out somewhere. Stop eating some type of food. Yeah, some 8th house aspect to your 2nd house, so family or food, some type of ending with your money or your family food. Okay, so I do want you to pay attention to that one. Okay, because this brings a lot of pressure from family. So Capricorn, la familia, and you, my friend. Yeah, Capricorn, stop eating out because that is pointing out Mars and Cancer will show you why you need to stop eating out. Your stomach is showing the salt intake, baby. You got a gut. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. All right, Aquarius. Mars is going to be in your 6th house. Shit, kid. This brings problems, kid. Mars rules your 3rd house and your 6th house. And so the ruler of your 3rd and 10th is going into the 6th. So what that means is this could bring you car troubles. This could bring you money, it's a little problems. Okay, so you're gonna have to handle problems. So if you're in a oh shit, why you don't like me telling you the truth, Aquarius? Okay. We just did Capricorn. Okay, so for instance, for if you're in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, just know that there's gonna be some troubles coming your way in either bills or fixing things or even your health. Okay. Um, it could be also. Oh, this could be situation brought to you by a partner. Take some holy base. I always go through this shit. I'm gonna give me some sancocho today, though. That's a fact. Okay. So Mars in Cancer will make an eighth aspect to your body. So Aquarius, I don't think you have to do a procedure. I don't think you have Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody. So thank you so much for Marcia for sharing things like that with us. So yeah, so this is health stuff. This is gonna be stuff on your body, you fixing things, repairing things. I have natal Mars and Cancer in the sixth house. Are you okay? So this is your Mars return. So if you are having your now, this is different. If you have a Mars return, this could be you executing some type. It depends on your moon. Honestly, this Mars in Cancer is all depending on your moon, which I will also talk about in another live. But this live is way too long. But anyways, I just wanted you to know that. Aquarius, my car just started giving me troubles. Yes, so just when the sixth house goes in there, when you have planets in the sixth house, like Mars is problems for real. The sixth house is the house of fixing it. So you have to fix some things in your life. That's just what it is. There's an eighth aspect to your Aquarius. So I want to say maybe your body, your personality. You may come off too crazy or strong. Okay, so thank you so much, Aquarius. Now we're gonna moving on to the last sign. The best sign. No, they're not the best sign. The Libra's the best sign. Mars squares my moon. Oh, wow. Stone Cold. You got this. You Miss Stone Cold Sagittarius. You need to report back to us. Miss, if you don't report back to us by the end of this transit, I'm gonna go looking for you. Okay, because I need to know. I need to know how that transit is gonna feel for you. Okay. So Pisces, so I saw my car last week. Good job, you got rid of problems. Okay, so Pisces, el fish, Mars transit in Cancer. Okay, is in your fifth house. This could bring you. Mars rules your ninth house of status, your name, traveling, and your second house of money and family is coming into the fifth house. So if this is not fun activities with your family or traveling to see family or doing things with your kid, you're going to be trying to get to this bag, okay? Second house is your money house, is coming into the fifth house. So you're finding ways to make fast money. Shout out to you, Pisces. Now that you've made fast money moves, okay? And when Mars in the fifth house, it does bring a little troubles from your lovers or from your children. Also, Pisces, I don't know if Aquarius is, when Aquarius had Mars in their fifth house, they had a bubble guts. So let me question. If you was in Aquarius, did you have bubble guts? If you was in Aquarius, and I'm gonna end this. Did your stomach bubble? I got a Pisces stellium. I'm looking to go to Jamaica in July to see my cousins. My daughter's a Pisces. We're going on a trip now to a family wedding. Yes. Finally. I probably didn't do that with other signs. I got distracted. So some signs I get distracted. So Gemini, Virgo, sorry. I am a Gemini and a Virgo. So if your readings are always distracting for me. Okay, yeah, so that's the tea. Love ya. Only last thing. Last thing I'll tell you, Pisces, be careful with your expenses. It looks like you may have lots of expenses, or you may get rid of something that you spend or waste money on. My sister's a Pisces. She's going to Jamaica. Tell her to take me with her. Oh, Mercy. Shoot. You. I love her. Okay, if you're looking for the rundown of each and every one of these signs, I did all the signs